What's going on, fragrance lovers? I have yet another review for you, and guess what? It's not a Mancera. I know! Crazy, ain't it? But it's true, it's not. You read it in the title. Exclusive review. I've not seen any reviews on this yet. I'm going to be the first. It's a good one. And this fragrance journey begins right now. Let's go. Alright people, welcome back to this video of this absolutely stunning fragrance. My God, man, I can't wait to get into this. Alright, here we go. Let's just get it started. Coming out of the house of Boadicea the Victorious. And have a gander at that presentation. This is Fortuitous. Alright, Fortuitous is the name, and I apologize, I got a sick toddler in the other room. She's in bed for the night, but she's coughing like crazy, so I'm hoping she feels better soon. Anyway, so if you hear that, that's who it is. Plus, she likes to babble her ass off 9,000 hours before she even goes to sleep, so her bedtime is like 8:30, but honestly, she probably won't go down until like 10:30, whatever. Nothing I can do. Can't give her knockout drops, not legal. Anyway, so this is Fortuitous, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. This fragrance right here is, it's gonna be so hard for me to describe this fragrance. I own, I think this is the 7th or 8th bottle from this house that I own, and this has to be number one. It's that good. Let me go ahead and take it out of its coffret. Alright, so you can see the bottle. Just look at it. You just have a gander at that. Look at the color of this bottle. Have you ever seen a sexier blue in your entire life? Just look at that presentation. Phenomenal, ain't it? I want to drop it back into its coffret, and you know what? Here, hold on. I'm doing one better. Hold on a second. I'm doing it this way. There we go. But anyway, here it is, Fortuitous, Boadicea the Victorious. Before I get into this review, I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. First, the notes. Stand by. Alright, and so and there you have it. Let me go ahead, as I customarily do, and let you know what happens when I spray it on my skin. Pardon me. This fragrance opens up ridiculously bright because right off the top you're going to get a lot of fruit. Alright, and it's going to be strictly fruit. First and foremost, you're going to get citrus. You're going to get bergamot, and you're going to get lemon. Boom, right off the top, screaming at you. That's gonna fade rather quickly, all right? And it's gonna make way for sweeter fruits to make their way into the foray. Because this fragrance will get sweet, and it will get sweet really fast. Again, it opens up citrus, a lot of acidity, all right? And then literally, like maybe 20 minutes later, it starts to get sweet, and I mean fast. Hardcore sweetness. Coconuts, and it has just the tiniest bit. It's not listed in the notes, obviously, but to my nose, it has the tiniest bit of a boozy accord. Kind of like, fermented syrupy cherries. Like I said, the citrus, when it opens up, it comes in hard and it leaves just as hard, but it doesn't leave all the way. I mean, it stays in the cut. Not, put it this way. Let's say that you're in the master bathroom, all right, and you have a shower, and somebody walks in, and your shower is made of glass, all glass. They walk away from the hopper, they go into the shower, they close the door, but it's still glass. They're gone from the AO, but you can still see them. That's what the citrus does in this fragrance, all right? Fades a little bit, still in the area. You can still detect it. It's in the AO, but it's not loud and in your face. The acidity in the citrus, I believe, keeps the sweetness tame. Just a little bit, not a lot. Trust me, because it is a sweet ass fragrance. But the acidity in the citrus accords keep this fragrance from being sickly sweet. Alright, but again, make no bones about it, it is a sweet fragrance. Very much so. Once the sweetness, which by the way, doesn't go away. When the sweetness kicks into this fragrance, it's going to stay the whole game. It is literally not going to leave. It won't even fade. It stays hot and heavy throughout this fragrance's tenure on your skin and will not go away. Alright, let's get that out of the way right now. Okay, the mid notes start to kick in. Okay, mid notes consist of laurel leaf, angelica flower, ylang ylang, jasmine, rose, and galbanum. Now, the rose in this, I'm wearing it right now. Let me smell my wrist. I get more jasmine than I get rose. And I've had this fragrance on now for about 3.5 hours. I get way more jasmine than I get rose. In fact, where the florals kick in, which by the way is in the mid section of this fragrance, the heart of this fragrance, when the florals kick in, I think that jasmine, at least on my skin, is the dominant player where the florals are concerned. Alright, ylang ylang to a lesser extent, rose I get almost none of. Okay, at least in the heart of this fragrance. I don't even know what laurel leaf smells like. No freaking clue. There is a strange accord in here. I'm thinking maybe it's the galbanum because I don't know what a laurel leaf smells like, but what I can tell you is that the galbanum makes this a very, very, very resinous fragrance. Ridiculously resinous. Alright, so what you're looking at in terms of the note breakdown, at least on my skin, very little rose, ylang ylang, yeah, but not very pronounced. Again, jasmine's taking over everything in here, and it's a sweet jasmine. Angelica, you definitely get, and again, I have no idea what the laurel leaf smells like, but one more time, the galbanum is a resinous accord, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. Very, very thick and resinous. I tested this with just one spray. Alright, it literally filled my master bathroom with aroma. It is just an absolutely breathtaking scent. I've not smelled anything even remotely as remarkable as this. Now once the base notes start to kick in, it's gonna really get sweet, because now you have two accords in the bottom of this fragrance that will sweeten it up even more than at the beginning. And those notes, as I'm sure you saw already, vanilla and amber. I mean, just again, if you like your fragrances sweet, you're going to love this, because it's not of the sickly sweet variety. This is a sweet fragrance that is easily wearable by both sexes if you care about that. Just an absolutely stunning fragrance. Way at the end of this fragrance, it's gonna get woody. Okay, you're gonna have two accords working together, and they are sandalwood and cedarwood. Sandalwood, cedarwood working together harmoniously. All those notes start to join in, because again, none of the notes in this fragrance that I mentioned that I can detect leave this fragrance. All right, they stay put like Kizzy. Don't go anywhere. All right? They stay on your skin. You know, some fade, some come in, some fade. They come in again, fade, but they don't go away. Very, very, very incredible fragrance. Now, one of the things it says about this fragrance on its site is that, and I'm reading this verbatim, lucky is the wearer of such a rounded and refreshing creation. Truer words, my friends, could not have been uttered. Believe me. Just God in heaven, man. And here's the kicker. One friggin' spray. This is a 100 ml bottle. One friggin' spray filled the master bedroom, which is not small. Filled it. You know I go hard. If a full wearing of this, forget about it. I'm telling you. All right. So let's jump into other sections of this, right? Let's get a little bit deeper. All right. Longevity, I have absolutely no idea. Just being honest. Couldn't tell you how long this fragrance lasts. What I can tell you is I had it on my skin during the testing phase for 15 hours. That's all I could do. 15 hours. Did not, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. It did not die. Literally. Did not die. This fragrance stayed strong from the very first, when I first pumped it. It stayed that strong throughout the duration of time on my skin. Now, if I'm being brutally honest here, okay, let's just say that, when you first opened up, the projection of the potency was a 10. So boom, right off the bat, the needle goes into the red. Boom. 12, 13, 14, 15 hour mark, the needle barely dropped. It barely dropped. This is one of the most powerful fragrances I have ever encountered in my life. Unflippin' believable. Cannot say enough about it. I just can't. You like your fragrances like wicked strong, ridiculously potent. Far-reaching, ballroom-filling aroma, then this is the fragrance for you. Unfortunately, for those living in the United States and Canada and basically anywhere in the Western, and basically anywhere west of Europe, you want to get your hands on this? Forget about it. Not gonna happen. You better know somebody in Europe, or you're not getting this. There's only one store in the United States that carries it. And I think he only got probably a handful of them. And when they're done, they're done. Not getting any more. So if you want to get it, you better holler at Alan. Because he at Beverly Hills Perfumery is the only man in the United States, in the Western world, that has this fragrance. This absolutely, mind-blowing fragrance. Talk to him and hope he hasn't run out, because when he does, he's getting no more. Promise ya. I'm glad I got my hands on it. Now, I've done a lot of top 10s, top 25s, top 20s, top 30s, even top 35s. I've never done a, top 10, whatever, best smelling fragrance, because that's really, really hard to do. There are so many fragrances in my collection that, I am just in love with, that any one of them could be the top choice for me. Could be a number, like literally number into the high 90s to low hundreds. Easily. But I'm going to tell you something right now. If I did do a top 10, top 20, whatever, most beautiful smelling fragrances in my collection, or that I've ever sniffed in my life, you can best believe that this beauty right here would be in there. Big time. And I'm talking like high single digits. High single digits. Not even joking. This is a hardcore, absolutely, oh my God, I just can't say enough about it. I can't even do a long video about this fragrance because I literally have run out of things to say. There are not enough adjectives to describe the beauty of this fragrance right here. Fortuitous. If you are the type of person who is all about compliments, if you're that guy or girl for that matter, you spray this on, you will get pummeled with them. Mark my words. All that talk about mass appeal, of the designer fragrances as opposed to the niche, I'm calling bullshit. You get rocked with compliments. And this is not a run-of-the-mill fragrance by any stretch of the imagination. This fragrance is so exclusive, it's not even on Fragrantica. Go ahead and look for it. At least at the recording of this video, not on there. That's it, brother. I can say no more about this stunner. That's all I got, man. I gotta get out of here. From the house of Boadicea the Victorious, Fortuitous. You guys have a great day, alright? Talk to you later.